20 years ago, the tsunami hit these wonderful, peaceful beaches here in Khao Lak. We are at Pakarang Beach in Khao Lak. Further down, there's first hotel, Apsara Hotel, and then it goes on. And we have Robinson Club, the Sands, and all the hotels. Khao Lak Center is more further here to the south. The first wave struck at about 10:30 here, these beaches, and surprised nearly everyone. And then came the second wave, which was even higher and stronger. In Khao Lak, we had about 6,000 people who perished, and in Phuket 600. Why this difference? The shallower the underground the beach is, the higher the wave. The wave came from Sumatra, Aceh province, and traveled about 1.5 to 2 hours to reach here, these shorelines. And if the coastline is quite steep, so the energy of the wave can go downwards. So the wave will not be as high on the surface. That's why you don't see on a tsunami in the open sea, you don't feel anything. But once the wave hits the coastline, then the wave appears and gets bigger and floods the inland. We have, after the tsunami, to protect the population in the future, they built like tsunami shelters. We have one here behind the trees, and we're going to have a look at it. Once you can see they're older than 20 years, so these trees, they survived the tsunami. Why is that? It's because when the wave hits here, the beach, it was just water, and it just went around the trees, and most trees just were standing after the wave. But a little bit further on, the destruction was much, much bigger, because you had everything, all the debris was in the wave, cars, furniture, long chairs, and everything, bamboo huts, like the restaurants we see there. Everything was floating in the wave, and that's what killed a lot of people, and that's what made a lot of destruction. And here we have the tsunami shelter that they built after the tsunami to protect the population. So down there's nothing, no walls, so the water can just flow under the shelter, and the people should take refuge here on the 3rd floor. We're going to have a look at this tsunami shelter. They should maintain it a little bit better, I think, but it's better than nothing. Here we have it. Tsunami evacuation building. Now it's used Sawadee krab for people to make picnic, to relax, to admire the sunset. And now we're going up. And a few years ago we could have a nice view from up there, but the trees are growing and growing, so less views, but more trees, more nature. You can't have everything. So that's the first room. Okay. Yeah, it's not really well maintained. It's a pity. But at least it offers protection. The fishermen leave their stuff here. And okay, we reach the top. You never know the size of the wave, but the wave of the tsunami 20 years ago was about 5 to 7 meters. So being here would have been high enough to survive the tsunami. There was something like a radar warning system. Okay, I'm not sure if they're going to fix it or just leave it and hope that no more tsunami in the future. The area here is very beautiful. Have a nice end of the year. Ciao, see you next time.